Hello friends and welcome to another Pauper League. Today we're going to be playing with slivers and we're going to be playing with gates. It's Sliver Gate. I was playing some Magic recently and ended up facing off against slivers and very nearly lost. Um, that player was not playing with gates, but it reminded me that I really wanted to perform this experiment. I wanted to know if gates was viable in slivers, and I got distracted by the initiative, so I never actually, finished. I never actually did it. So here's the deck we're going to be playing today. Most of the spells are going to be very familiar to a slivers player. I'm actually playing a one of Winged Sliver as well, uh, with the Gemhide Sliver and the 8 gates. We actually have a few different ways to get our different colored mana. We're actually not even running a basic mountain in this deck anymore, which is something that we used to do for the Heart Sliver and Hunter Sliver. So yeah, we're really going to be leaning on the gates and the Gemhide for the off-colored mana, and we'll see how that goes. Um, as far as the sideboard goes, we've got Prismatic Strands, which is just, like an incredibly powerful Pauper card. So we're in color, we're going to take advantage of that. We've got Bladeback Sliver versus decks that are going to like take away our combat step. So we can bring it in versus Familiars. We can bring it in versus Turbo Fog. We can bring it in versus certain versions of Tron. We've also got a pair of Acolytes, Crimson Acolyte and Obsidian Acolyte. These are going to be to protect our slivers from either targeted removal or, in the case of Crimson Acolyte, from sweepers. We've also got some Lone Missionary, gain some life, good versus burn, Scattershot Archer to take care of any of those pesky flyers, and we've also got a couple copies of Hallow. This is also going to be good versus red sweepers, and it's also going to be good versus burn. So if we run up against Kuldotha Burn, we'll be bringing that in. All right, so that's enough talking about the deck for now. Let's see how it performs. Yeah, we'll keep this. I'm thinking we'll go green white first, and then see what we draw into, and then potentially, like play Citadel Gate or Basilisk Gate. Probably going to want to play Sidewinder into Sinew, but we'll see. Don't know that one. Ooh. A lot of mana, but yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I think we'll play a 1-drop, then next turn we can play a 1-drop and a 2-drop. Baron Moor. Alright, we got another gate here for an off-color. I think I'm going to want, yeah, I'm going to want 2 green sources. And then we'll probably go red with this one. Innocent Blood. And Golgari Rock Form. Okay. So this is reminding me of a less of Black Burn and more of a Black Control list. That is kind of scary. Zaxman, hello. Might have been better to play the Gemhide there, I'm not sure. Alright, so we can play both of these creatures, attack for 2, and then play the Citadel Gate on red, and then next turn we're going to start activating Basilisk Gate. Oh, we don't have 2 green mana? No, we do. Okay. Green, green. Yep. Chainer's Edict. I think we get rid of the Virulent Sliver. Okay, guess it doesn't matter, because we're keeping the Sinew Sliver. Hey there! Here for the deck name, it's a wild idea. It's something that I've been wanting to try for a while, but got distracted by the initiative. Clock with the sub. Thank you so much for the support, and enjoy those emotes. 3 months, that's a third of the way to a baby. Oh my god, so many sacrifice effects. This is ridiculous. Good thing we have Basilisk Gate to get the damage in. We would be doing nothing without it. But now we're actually, like, really pressuring them. Well, no surprise, Basilisk Gate is good against decks with lots of removal. And nobody expects a Truffle Snout. Here's a pair of 8/8s. Yeah, the Vampire's Kiss is pretty interesting here. Getting those blood tokens really makes me curious about what else is in the list. The fuck is that boar? Yeah, this is not something that you see generally. Cool creature, though. Like, you get some good value out of it. It's either a 3/3 for 3 or gain 4 life for and a 2/2. I'll bring in Obsidian Acolytes. Um, can we think of any reason, to have the Masked Vandals? Because there's a lot of things we could take out here. We could take out the Vandals. We could take out Hunter Sliver. We could take out Winged Sliver. These are the cards that I'm looking at as potential cuts. I don't think I want to bring anything else in. I'm just thinking, is there a reason for this? Let me take a look at the old version of the black control. What did I call it? This. Now this is going to be quite different from the opponent's deck. Blood Fountain is a hit. Ichor Wellspring. Vampire Sovereign. difficult to even compare because we don't know how close their deck is to this one. This will also make the colors a little bit easier. We only have one off-colored card at this point. All right, so this time, ooh, we even get another planes. This time I'm thinking I'm going to want to start with one drop into Crimson Acolyte with protection up. And I think I want to start with Sidewinder, although Plated Sliver would be better against Defile. I don't think they're running Defile. They run a lot of non-swamplands. Has something completely taken over Moto? I don't think anything is, like, completely taken over since the initiative ban. We've got a lot of very strong popular decks, but I don't think that anything is overrepresented anymore. Here's a pair of humans in the Slivers deck, and Suffocating Fumes kills them both. Wow. Yeah, that's really not what I wanted to happen. That's the worst. Opponent doesn't have a lot of cards left in hand, though. They're down to 2. We're going to be able to play Plated Sliver, Gemhide, and set up for Lead the Stampede. That Suffocating Fumes was brutal. Why is all my stuff in exile? Ah, thank you. That I was a little bit confused. Doesn't make a lot of difference, but I was trying to just, and thank you, Blowbear. All right, Lead the Stampede hopefully gets us back into this game. Draw 3, very nice. Cram Session. Okay, cool, cool. Gets Environmental Studies, which gets them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which gets them enough mana to start flashing back their Chainer's Edicts. Okay, Gemhide. Gets us a little bit more mana. I think I want to play Masked Vandal. Have a creature that could survive another Arms of Adar here. Okay, so we know they have a forest in hand, so they don't have anything except for Chainer's Edict here. And I'm actually going to get rid of the Virulent Sliver. So again, like, Virulent Sliver would die to a, um, a sweeper. Ooh, Muscle Sliver, that's really good. Got another Lord. And they have a Truffle Snout. Okay, gaining life, which means I can attack freely. We know what's in their hand. Oh no, it's Truffle Snout! Okay, so they play the Forest. And they cast the Chainer's Edict from hand. Okay, we'll get rid of Virulent Sliver. And Lujo says GG. This looks fine to me. Get to play Citadel Gate first. I think we'll just go for green mana on Citadel Gate. We've got a lot of green cards here, so let's make sure we can cast them. Haha, Okuyara, hello. Another swamp to start. Swamp Navigator's Compass. That's interesting. I don't know any decks off the top of my head that do that. Ooh, we get the Heart Sliver. We probably want to name red then with Citadel Gate. So that we can give our creatures haste. That'll be really good. And we'll look like we're playing Boros. Hey, how is Sliver's Gate doing? I mean, we've played one match so far, and we won. So, it's doing amazing. Oh, Boros Garrison. Okay, so they're playing a Boros deck that's splashing black, would be my bet. For Deadly Dispute. Yeah, Mercy, that's kind of what I was thinking. And it also helps us splash colors. Alright, so I'm thinking we just play the Citadel Gate, name green. Oh, we have two green at this point. In any event, I know pretty much what I'm playing this turn. I just don't really know if I want to name blue with Citadel Gate. So if we find the flyers, Bolted. Bolted. Creatures down. Keep attacking, though. Wow, another one. I mean, 4 bolts, 4 Galv blasts in the deck. They do have a lot of targeted removal. And we don't have any of our Basilisk Gates yet. Oh wow, Journey to Nowhere as well. All the removal from the opponent. Good thing we've got this Winding Way to help us restock. Oh no. We hit 1 card. Lame. Meat hooks. Makeshift munitions is pretty bad. Yup. We are just in. We found ourselves to be in so much trouble here. They just have it all. Yeah, they're doing a real good job of killing our critters. Here's 2 more. And they can kill the Muscle Sliver with the makeshift munitions here if they want to. Leaving us with a 1-2, which they could kill again next turn. Or let's see what they've got. Chainer's Edict. Lovely. And now it's an easy thing. 2 mana, sacrifice, Synthesizer, and Navigator's Compass. Kill Muscle Sliver. Oh, there's the Basilisk Gate. But it's come in too late, and now they have the Core Skyfisher Synthesizer. Alright, well there's 2 cards that are a loss. They could cast the Chainer's Edict into nothing to throw it into their graveyard. And they do. We're going to poison them. The way poison works in this deck is not like Infect. So even if we gave our Poison Sliver, you know, like +3, it would still just be doing 1 poison every time it attacked. Put Tainted Strike in. Tainted Strike with Basilisk Gate, too strong. All the Cleansing Wildfires to get more card advantage. And they have 2 artifacts here, so if they want to, they can use the Makeshift Munitions, kill our 2 creatures. Oh, they just kill the one that gave my creatures flying. Now they can swing in and use Makeshift Munitions for the kill. Okay. Kind of felt like the opponent had everything on that one. Let's bring in Crimson Acolyte. And I'm going to take out the Winged Sliver since opponent's creatures have flying. I'm mostly looking to use this as a way to give my creatures evasion so I can slam Winged Sliver, attack with everything, and kill. But if opponent has, flying blockers, this doesn't look too good. We would need both Scattershot Archers to really do work here. I'm not sure it's worth it. These are more against, like, fairies. And bolted. Provoke is where I get to choose a creature they have, and they have to block. Oh, that was a risky Synthesizer. You get no value out of it. And that Glinthawk is going to be hard to play. Kind of feel like you didn't get too much value out of this Synthesizer here. Maybe they're low on lands and are just like really looking to hit another land with a Synthesizer. That would be my guess. My guess is those are the only 2 lands they have. So risky here to play the Sinew Sliver and attack. If they have Lightning Bolt, we lose both of our lords. On the other hand, it's not paying to sit back. Okay. I mean, the way they were playing there, I think if they had a bolt, they would have just thrown it at Muscle Sliver when they had that mountain play. Okay, again, no land. Plays the Ichor Wellspring, and they found a land. Might as well attack if they're not going to block. Gemhide Sliver. That's interesting. Kind of want to play Benevolent Bodyguard. We could play Gemhide and then tap a creature to play Benevolent Bodyguard. We only get half the damage in this turn, but we at least have protection that way. Basic or Wellspring. Oh, opponent has Journey to Nowhere. Okay. Let them target. And we'll give that protection from white. They'll probably be able to bounce that next turn. But buys us a turn anyway. Get some aggression going. And if we really want to, we could choose to just go Winding Way and play a bunch of stuff. Let's see what Winding Way hits. Ooh, another Benevolent Bodyguard. An attack for 6. We're presenting lethal and we have some protection. Ooh, come on. Fucking makeshift munitions again. They play another Ichor Wellspring. They have 1 mana available currently. Unless they have Lightning Bolt, it looks like we can play Muscle Sliver, swing for lethal. And they don't even want to see that we have another Lord. So we're going to game 3. This one's a little bit awkward. I think I still keep, though. Coolest Raven. All right. Got the points to straighten up for this game. Let's see if we can keep focus. Yeah, not a huge fan of this keep. It has some play, though. Gonna need to find... some green mana ASAP. Oh, 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 look at that. Find exactly what we're asking for. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Galv Blast wouldn't kill the Predatory Sliver currently. So this way they don't take 2. Plated Sliver is fine for them to hit. I mean, like, it's a good target for them. Not as good as Predatory Sliver, but they managed to take that out this turn as well. Ooh, we find another Muscle Sliver. So we're going to play Virulent Sliver into Sinew here. Okay, they have an Ichor Wellspring on their turn 4. And a Plains. And they Galvblast the Sinew Sliver. Here's a Glinthawk. Fine, Predatory Sliver. Okay. Unfortunately, we only have the 1 green mana, and if we play Predatory Sliver, we can't activate one of our gates. So yeah, our mana is definitely hurting us here. I don't think I attack. Just wait it out here. Our Virulent Sliver attacks better as a 3/3. Alright, Ichor Wellspring is back on the table. Is this a Journey to Nowhere? No, it's a Core Skyfisher. Oh, we find the Citadel Gate, so now we have access to red mana. And I think I will attack with Virulent Sliver here. I think it's worth it to trade Virulent Sliver for Core Skyfisher. We can get some good attacks in next turn, I think. They have to double block here, lose the Core Skyfisher to really have any kind of, yeah. Yeah, and then next turn we get to play Heart Sliver, and attack with everything, putting Basilisk Gate onto the Heart Sliver. Okay, not a Journey to Nowhere. Although this is good blocks for my Lords, which is unfortunate. So what I'll do is I'll activate Basilisk Gate on a Lord, and then I'll attack with the Lord and the Heart Sliver. So yeah, if they want to double block on Heart Sliver, we'll take out their Core Skyfisher and hit them for 7. And then next turn we get to activate Basilisk Gate on our 2 Slivers, really start putting pressure on them. Ichor Wellspring back on the table. Navigator's Compass to give them access to their colors of mana and gain 3 life. Frostforge Bridge. Okay, it's looking like we're going to get an opportunity to attack here. Ooh. 1/2, 1/2. So if I play the Benevolent Bodyguard, I don't get to activate both gates. I think it might be worth it to play the Bodyguard. What is this? Deadly Dispute the Ichor Wellspring would be my guess. 2 mana. Yep. 2 mana, draw 3. Seems good. Takes a little bit of setup, but it's one of the best ways to draw cards in Pauper. Okay. What do we got here? Ooh, Cleansing Wildfire on Basilisk Gate. Yeah, that works. Reduces my damage. What do we got here? White, red. Green, white, 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 white. Doesn't matter, I don't think. We'll just grab a plains. Wow, Cleansing Wildfire, both of my Basilisk Gates. Yeah. I guess we're not doing all that damage after all. Winding Way is a nice draw, though. 2 mana draw 3. Seems good. Oops. Yeah, Valley Miraz. A lot of people have compared Deadly Dispute to Ancestral Knowledge. There are obviously a few differences. It costs 2 cards rather than 1, and you get the mana after you cast the spells. You need the initial investment of 2 mana, but 100% see where you're coming from. And we win the match 2-0 with Sliver Gate. Um, Good enough. Basilisk Gate OP. Basilisk Gate's amazing. Opponent had to use their wildfires to kill the gates. All right, so yep, it's Elves. Gonna be a tough matchup. And then also, so we have flying to fly over their creatures in Alpha Strike for the win. We also have Provoke. Provoke is going to be the most important card. If we can find that, I think we win. Otherwise, we're not getting a trophy today. Oh, that card is so good. So then next turn, we play Gemhide. So we have mana, and we can start flooding the board. Ooh, okay. I thought it just crashed for a second. So we have 2 mana. We could play Gemhide with a Basilisk Gate, or we could play Manor Gate and play the Plated Sliver. I think we go red here. All right, so they got 2 cards with Lead the Stampede. Not the best, but one of them is Quirion Ranger, which means they can gain obscene amounts of life. And they're swinging in for some pretty big damage. All right, so they actually tap down one of their vanguards here. Of course, they can just untap it again. Yeah, we're just taking this damage. All right, do we find Provoke? We do! Okay, we're back in the game. Oh, but they have this. So they can just tap their creatures again. Shoot. And then we have to block these things. I don't think we're actually back in the game. I think this is too late. These Elvish Vanguards are too strong. We have to block them both. So I just showed them Hunter Sliver without being able to really do anything with it. Alright, so we'll put up some defenses. And yeah, because of Birchlore Rangers, we can't actually do anything with Provoke. It sucks. Yeah, that's true, that's true. They knew about Hunter already because of Winding Way. It showed them. So I don't think it's even worth attacking with Gemhide to use the Provoke mechanic. Oh, no attacks? That was very generous. Cost, it'll make me tap 2 creatures to activate the Basilisk Gate, and then I can attack? We only have 3 gates. Actually, it's still a bad idea to attack, I think. I don't know. Could probably kill one of the Vanguards. Wow, that's like the worst one. Yeah, that's just stupid. Just not going to use it. And kill the strongest Elvish Vanguard here. Think that's worth losing a sliver for. Okay, yep, so that's what I was talking about before. How because they have Birchlore Rangers, the provoke doesn't mean anything. And they just take 18 damage like it's nothing. I don't think I have the ability here to tap 2 creatures to play Gemhide Sliver. I don't want them to be able to sneak lethal through. Although they might still just be able to, depending on their draws here. Oh, that looks like a really good one. Ooh, what is this? Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of the order. Oh, that's neat. Have not seen this card in play before, but yeah, it looks good. Huh. Are there 5 cards in hand, like all forests? Oh, Benevolent Bodyguard's kind of cool too. We lost the Poison Sliver from a double block. So yeah, opponent had 2 Vanguards. I believe there were a 5/5 and a 6/6, although it might have been a 5/5 and a 4/4. Actually, no, I don't want to hit 6 here, just in case they have something. All right, smack for 18. Yeah, yeah, would be good. Absolutely would be good if it was still alive. Fortunately, we do have 2 more in the deck. And I should be just going to auto-yield to these for now. I don't need to respond to them in any way. Find Muscle Sliver, we'll cast that. Because, yeah, while they don't really have to be too afraid of the damage because they have the Well-Wisher and they're gaining huge amounts of life, if we had, poison, that would eventually kill them. We could also do a pretty big hit with Benevolent Bodyguard. You know, double tapping one of our creatures, giving it protection from green. Provoke is super good against Elves if they don't have this. But as soon as they have this, it's terrible. Because this can kill my other creatures. I guess, yeah, because I can provoke on this, I can attack with my other stuff. Because then they have to block here. We do have to keep some stuff back or we die on the crackback, right? Because I'm only at 5 life, so if they attack all, I just die. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have so few blockers. Now we're getting some damage in. Thank you, Basilisk Gate. Of course, they do just have as much mana as they could ever need. So when they draw good cards, like Distant Melody, now they really get to go off here. And, you know, they have the Quirion Ranger to untap the Priest of Titania, so they just have millions of mana. Here's another Elvish Vanguard. That card's a problem. Yeah, I think we probably lose now. Maybe if we had kept the Virulent Sliver, we would have been able to... yeah, that's true. We could top deck the Flyer, and then maybe we just have enough damage. They only have one creature current... Nope, 2 creatures with reach. So they could block 2 creatures that have the Basilisk Gate going. Although I guess I could provoke these creatures to block smaller creatures so that we could guarantee get the Basilisk Gate damage through. Another Distant Melody. Wow. They're down to 12 cards in their library. They are also just gaining tons of life with this Well-Wisher. Fortunately, this will allow us to catch up a little bit on clock. We are still pretty far behind. 20 elves on the battlefield, 21. Oh, another Quirion Ranger, although they don't currently have a forest. So they're only going to be able to get... Oh, and I think they use this Quirion Ranger, so they can they even play a forest this turn? There's so much stuff in the game log that I want to go back and see if they've got a forest available. Nope. All right, this is our last turn. Do we find the Flyer? And of course, we don't have blue mana on our lands. No, it's just another Lord. Let's have a bit of fun. Okay. Took us a little bit of time to work all that out, but now the opponent has to spend their clock tapping their stuff. We got pretty close on this one, but yeah, a couple things went wrong. They had the Birchlore Rangers to counter our Hunter Sliver, and we sent our Virulent Sliver in to die, thinking like, okay, well, we're going to take care of one of their big creatures. Thought we might be able to pressure them from there. Not bad. Got him down to 17. So much attacking. Yeah, Jacksman, that's part of the problem. Oh my god, minus 103? Wow. All right, bring in Prismatic. Almost. Almost survived that. If we had just had 104 more life. Alright, so we're going to start with Forest Virulent Sliver. I want to get my slivers onto the table, then start playing Lords. And, you know, I'm going to offer this trade 100%. But first, let's play another one to make the trade even more attractive. Now, if you don't lose your creature, you're taking 2 poison. And we got rid of Birchlore Ranger. Prismatic Strands actually not looking as good when all of our creatures are green, because I want to prevent green damage. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Did not expect the Vines of Vast would play at all. And for them to kill the Virulent Sliver. That's interesting. Lead the Stampede draws them 3. Birchlore Ranger again. Now their Elvish Vanguard is big enough to tangle with my Slivers. Both of them are. Wow. That's right, opponent. You're not the only one who can lead a Stampede. But they still might have done it better. Can't really attack. The Elvish Vanguards have shut me down. Quirion Rangers, they have as much life and as much mana as they could need. And this game is over. I guess we could still get the Flying Sliver, but we don't have blue mana. Alright, yeah, this game's over. Five 0 with Boros. Congratulations! Boros still an excellent option. Oh, right, shit. Forgot about that. That was absolutely a mistake. We just lost one of our important creatures. Opponent just has so much going on, you know? All right, I think we're finished here. Good games. We could like try and buy another couple turns, but what are we progressing into, right? We don't have anything. Boros can be so many things too. So yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. And it looks like we're playing against Affinity, although it could be something else. Maybe Bodyguard was the play there. Because, yeah, this guy could... Yeah, this is, Jeskai. This is Jeskai. Ooh, it doesn't go for the white land there. Interesting. Looking for a plains on top here. Green mana's not doing us too good. Oh no, the lightning bolt on our only lord. And there's the plains. This would have been so much damage. We could have been hitting for 6 here. Evoked Muldrifter with Ephemerate, looks like. Ah, Sinew Sliver, not bad. Attack for some damage here. Put him to 10. Stonehorn Dignitary, yep. Keeps us from combat. And they could set up a loop. They have the technology. I'm going to play the Plated Sliver so we don't get... None of our slivers can be killed by Gelf Blast. We could also, like, Winding Way for lands. It's just, I hate doing that. Hate Winding Way for lands. Alright, so they Ephemerate the Stonehorn Dignitary, Crimson Fleet Commodore. We have no attack step. No combat for us. And counterspell? No counterspell. Ephemerate the Stonehorn Dignitary again. No combat. So yeah, this is one of the matchups where we're looking to play with Bladeback Sliver. Cast a Muldrifter. And Preordain again. One card top, one card bottom. They discard a Cleansing Wildfire. Alright. I'm going to play 2 of the Benevolent Bodyguards here. And then we'll pass back. Here's another Evoked Muldrifter. Okay, and they let that one go, so they probably found their, what was that card called? The 4 mana 2/1, return an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. I think it's an Alchemist. Seagate Oracle is the play, but it looks like we're going to have combat. They could just have another Ephemerate here. Yeah, I think they would play the red one because it only requires 1 red, whereas the blue one requires 2 blue. Kenku Artificer. All right, we're just going to get combat. Flanking should definitely help out. Oh, do not attack with these. Yeah, those blocks make sense. Grab some creatures. Grab a creature, thanks, deck. Mill over 2 Basilisk Gates. Wonderful. Yeah, there's Archaeomancer, and that sets up a loop. So no more combat forever. Because we don't have any way to interact with this. It does become slower. But it also means that every single creature can be a lethal threat. So if we get into a match against a deck with a lot of removal, like we did match 1, then every single sliver that we're putting onto the table is going to be attacking for real damage, not just 1 or 2. Oh yeah, no kidding. If only we could target the opponent's creatures with Benevolent Bodyguard, we would win. Late to dinner, the Kenku, so they can have another flyer here and the game that much faster. Opponent only has 18 cards left in their library. To our 40, they've drawn twice as many cards as we have. So I think these Ephemerate, I think they should Ephemerate the Kenku, go for the kill here. Maybe they just have Lightning Bolt in hand. So yeah, it's game over here, but we're 2 minutes up on clock. So that could, be important if we end up going to a game 3. But yeah, Stonehorn Dignitary is absolutely something we did not want to see, especially in the main. Really kind of hoping to avoid it, but when the opponent draws through nearly their entire deck, they're going to find the cards that they need. You know what? Definitely should have went for blue mana, because if we had the Flying Sliver, we could just block for days and we wouldn't be dead. So yeah, I'm going to want Bladeback Sliver. Kind of hard to remove anything here. Which one is the Horned Sliver? Oh, you're suggesting bringing something in to the deck. I'm thinking about taking stuff out now for Bladeback Sliver. That's all good. There's a lot of potential slivers that could go into Sliver's deck. Lots of different options. All right, so we're going to take out two Lead the Stampede. Lead the Stampede is a great card, but I really want to be fast and aggressive. And we're also looking to get Hellbent, so yeah. Yeah, I'll keep this on the play. Yeah, another sliver that I wanted to find room for was the one with Vigilance. I think that would be pretty cool as a one of. But unfortunately, there's only so much room in the deck. So it can be hard to fit all the creatures I want in there. And we also need enough one drops. Journey to Nowhere. I mean, we have the Masked Vandal. Get rid of the Journey to Nowhere later. All right, we got our Bodyguard out. Next turn, we can put out Winged Sliver, Sidewinder, start going to town in the air. And then maybe start pumping with Basilisk Gate after that. Alright, so they Cleansing Wildfire, their bridge. Play a bunch more lands, they're going to have so much mana next turn. We find another gate, cool. Alright, so we only have one green source currently, but we want to play a white and a blue card here. How much damage do I have? Nowhere near lethal, okay. Attack for 5. Kenku Artificer, yup. So that's going to give him a flying blocker. Does become a 2/2 because of flanking, but that's still enough to block and kill any of our creatures here. Unless we Basilisk Gate. But Plated Sliver saves our critter. Wonderful. So now our creatures can attack. Ooh, Lightning Bolt. Yeah, let's use that Benevolent Bodyguard then. I wonder if they'll throw that bridge in front of one of our creatures without knowing what flanking is. Nope, they're just going to prevent the damage. Take 6. To prevent most of the damage. And since we no longer have the Benevolent Bodyguard, I can have 6 here. And then next turn I can Masked Vandal, get this off the table. Yeah, Ritual Hippies. Axeman was actually just talking about it earlier. Horned Sliver. It does look very good with the Basilisk Gate for sure. Kill Journey for lethal? Well, I mean, why not lethal, right? So yeah, we kill Journey. All of these things become 3/4s. 5 attackers, 2 blockers. Hits for 9 exactly. I think it's still lethal. They only have 2 blockers. We have 5 attackers. Only these things can block because we have flying. Oh, this is painful. We have the Manor Gate to give us off colors, but we need white mana. So awkward. Gonna have to wait for the next gate for red mana, unless we draw planes here. How about draw planes? Let's go. I think I should have played one of these gates last turn and just played the second Sidewinder. Double flanking. Pretty cool, actually, the way this works. It does give creatures -2/-2. Slivers stack that way. Yep. Good thing I didn't play my Predatory Sliver. And now we got cards in the graveyard for Masked Vandal. It's named Blue here. So we can Masked Vandal the Journey, get our Sinew Sliver back. Actually, I think we would be better off killing the Rustvale Bridge. Get rid of 2 of their colors. They're already hurting for mana. Yeah, they actually counterspell the Masked Vandal. Maybe I should have went about that the other way. Oh well. Evoked Muldrifter with no Ephemerate up. Just looking for lands is the opponent. We find Basilisk Gate and they find no lands. Wow, they still don't find any lands. Oops. And we use Bladeback Sliver as for its ability here. Sliver Gate, is that like Water Gate? Almost exactly the same thing. Except for not at all. I mean, every win is a scandal, right? It'd be pretty cool if we could get poison with that as well. That would be awesome. Doesn't work that way though. Oh, the Ephemerate. I mean, we did end up losing the one tribal match we played against Elves. Very, very difficult matchup, Elves. We've given the opponent a lot of time here. I mean, they bought the time, legitimately. Would have been really nice, though, if we had got that Masked Vandal off on the bridge. That would have been incredible. So people with commander damage with gates, oh, that's cool. We have red, we have blue, just call green on that. Thinking we're probably better off just activating the slivers rather than using Basilisk Gate. I don't know, though. It's kind of close. They do get to prevent damage this way, but it's also a lot more damage, and we're killing some of their good cards. Our Chaomancer goes gets Ephemerate, so they're almost ready. Oh, goes gets Lightning Bolt. Shit, right. And now we're shields down on the Bladeback. Okay. Another gate. And now they just have blocks with their Chaomancer for days because of Ephemerate. Or they could just go get Lightning Bolt here, kill the Virulent Sliver while I'm all tapped out. Yeah, and that's what they're doing. So, yeah, they've still got 14 minutes to win the game here. We're pretty much locked out at this point. We're empty-handed. They have Ephemerate or Chaomancer, so that if they need it, they can go get Counterspell. I think that's actually what they just did. So yeah, I think, unfortunately, at this point, we are locked out of the game. We got flooded here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lands versus 8 non-lands. So yeah, it is what it is. We got flooded out and the opponent had perfects. The counterspell for the Masked Vandal, the removal for all of our creatures. GG. No point. I just don't feel like there's any point in continuing. Opponent has 14 minutes. They're going to be able to win the game with that amount of time, and there's no way we can get back into this. Not the best hand, but we'll keep it. Oh, we're playing against gates. Let's hope we get a 1-drop here. No 1-drop, just the Basilisk Gate. All right, let's start with Plains Pass. And we'll play Sinew Sliver next turn. I would love to play a Winding Way so we could get it to resolve through a counterspell. Oh, right on time. Benevolent Bodyguard, right on time. But we would just end up discarding the hand size. Where were you last turn? Just switch these things, literally. Just switch them. Could have had Bodyguard turn 1, Sinew Sliver turn 2. Waiting for Mana Tithe. You don't see it too often in this format, but every once in a while. Journey to Nowhere. Card is a jerk. There's the Sacred Cat. Ooh, that's a lot of creatures. 2 mana, draw 3. And Gemhide can potentially put us on the board. Yeah, we'll take 5 here. Ooh, this all being green. That is really painful here. We can only actually cast 1 spell. That really sucks. This was our chance to get something started here. Oh well. Now, opponent playing a lot of lands. Pretty good, though, when you got Basilisk Gate. Taking that damage. Here's a Preordain. Let's see which way they go with this. 2 cards to the bottom. Okay, it's a white card. Alright, we're just getting started. I'm going to block the Sacred Cat with Benevolent Bodyguard, sacrifice it, so they don't gain any life, and then we'll have a creature in the graveyard for the Masked Vandal, so we can kill this Journey, get our Sinew Sliver back. Oh, come on. Gives it flying on the turn we're going to block. Do we just die now? No, we're not quite dead. Still, they go up to 37, and I think we have to Masked Vandal the gift. Just thinking about what I want to have left over. I think I need to keep... I think I keep one of these left over. I attack with these for 10. And then I'll have 4 mana, so I can play Masked Vandal Gemhide Sliver. Exciting stuff, chat. We were almost dead, now we're alive again, now we're almost dead again. Squadron Hawk's going to be really good here. Every single Hawk is basically lethal with Basilisk Gate. They can also just play a bunch of Hawks here. And we don't have blue mana to give our... hold on a second. No, we do have every color mana. Ignore me. Clans, good morning. How are you doing today? Ooh, and holding up counter magic as well. So we don't really have any way to kill this. Wow, nice one. Nice Lead the Stampede deck. They should just let this resolve. They have Prismatic, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter what they have. They can just any way to prevent dying here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're not even attacking for lethal. And this just kills us next turn. No reach, right? No reach. Yeah. Playing against a good deck. What do we do against this? Got Scattershot. And maybe Prismatic Strands as well. Oh, let's see here. What are we going to take out? I always have a really hard time taking cards out of this deck. No lands, no land hand, must mulligan. I think that was the first time we've had a no land hand. This one here is not much better. Yeah, that makes sense. Don't really think we can keep this hand. I think we're going to have to mulligan this one as well. We've been actually really lucky with our keeps and such, with our opening hands. We haven't had very many mulligans. We're paying for it here. Alright, so play the Citadel Gate, choose green, play Sidewinder Sliver, set up for next turn. Hopefully we can get some damage in with this Predatory Sliver. Opponent has Preordain here. And they're way up on cards in hand. Here's another Preordain. The first one was 1 top, 1 bottom. And this one is also 1 top, 1 bottom. Alright, let's play the Predatory Sliver, get some damage going. They play Caw Gate, name white. So they don't have any off-colored mana here. Here's a Modern Age. So they're tapped out. We're going to be able to resolve our Winding Way. Fingers crossed we get some creatures out of it. Wouldn't mind a land on top here, so we could make a land drop as well. No land drop. Winding Way. I almost want to look for lands with this Winding Way. It's just such a bad idea. Yeah, we would have gotten a Basilisk Gate, felt bad about it. This way we get Gemhide Sliver, and that's going to unlock our mana next turn. That is, if we're able to resolve it. Of course, if they tap out here, we could resolve a Muscle Sliver and win the game. Okay, Guardian of the Guild Pact does block our creatures. If we play the Muscle Sliver, then we get to keep all of our creatures and put them to 3. Or we could play the Gemhide and really, like, go wide here. Alright, so we've gone wide, got a bunch of creatures of different colors here. They can't really attack with Guardian of the Guild Pact. Ooh, Gifts of Orzhova. So it has lifelink now. Ooh, another Lord here. And I think we'll just attack with everything. Attack with 6 4/5s. Nice. Still just enough damage. Flanking is so much fun, especially when you have double flanking, because it actually stacks. All right, friends, final game of the league. So flanking says that if your creature is blocked, then the blocker gets -1/-1 until end of turn. We have to mulligan this. Opponent is also on the mulligan. Shit, we ought to mulligan this as well. Okay, finally a keepable hand. So 2 colors of mana, get rid of the Basilisk Gate. I guess we'll get rid of Plated Sliver as well. We've got green mana. I think I want to go red. I want to go red for this. We've got 2 red slivers and 1 blue sliver. So setting up our off color here. Here's a Sinew Sliver. Ooh, turn 3 Basilisk Gate from the opponent. And they can just start gaining life here. Sacred Cat, turn 3, attacking as a 4/4 lifelinker. Seems good. And every gate they play, the Sacred Cat gets scarier and scarier, gaining huge amounts of life, just attacking for big damage, meanwhile keeping all the resources in their hand. This is super scary. I think we're going to have to start blocking that Sacred Cat. But this is a lot of damage on the table, too. Like, our slivers grow fast. Oh, man, another Basilisk Gate. Sacred Cat is gaining 6 life. Okay, no gain, no life gain this time. Just a Guardian of the Guild Pact, which is going to kill me in 2 turns. Interesting. Alright, so they take 8. Lose their Sacred Cat. They do get a bunch of damage here, but if they use the Basilisk Gate, they need an untapped land for Prismatic Strands. And even then, they prevent 12, but we still get to do 8. I guess that would be enough. But they use the Preordain here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, if they have Prismatic Strands, I think they can attack. But now they can't use Basilisk Gate. Journey to Nowhere. Yep. Get rid of one of my lords. My attack is nowhere near as good. Journey to Nowhere. Get rid of another lord here. Wow. We still have an attack, though, because of flanking. Oh, wow. Those 2 journeys. So good. Kill 2 lords. Sacred Cat embalmed. Masked Vandal, but we don't have any creatures in the graveyard. I guess if we attack all, they might kill the Scattershot Archer, then we can Masked Vandal a journey. Prismatic Strands to prevent the damage. Double Strands, so they take no damage. Chooses green, chooses white. And we have no creatures in the graveyard here to use the Masked Vandal, unfortunately. I think we still cast it, though, just so we have a better attack next turn. It sucks that we don't get one of our slivers back, but I think it's still better just to play the Masked Vandal. Or are we just dead? 1-2, 1-2. And yeah, I think we're just dead to the Basilisk Gate. Unfortunate. I mean, I wish I could. I don't have any cards in my graveyard. Weird that it asked me if I wanted to. Alright, opponent. Win the game. Great game, though. Great game. Really close. And unfortunately, that leaves us with a negative league. I think we still had a lot of fun with it. It was pretty exciting. We got 2-0 at the start. I think that's going to make some good content. Alright, so this is the deck that we were playing today, Sliver Gate, and I had a lot of fun with it. Cannot say if it's better or worse than other Sliver decks. I will say that it does shore up one of the problems that Sliver's decks have, where all of our slivers have been removed and, you know, we're down to 1 or 2 creatures left. Maybe we have like a Benevolent Bodyguard and a Masked Vandal, and that's all that's left on the table. Normally that would be no problem for an opponent to, you know, be able to win through that. But if we have Basilisk Gate, then any creature, even Benevolent Bodyguard, can become a lethal threat. So I definitely think that it has potential, but is it good enough? Not sure. Definitely also liked how, you know, it was fairly easy for us to make our off-colored mana with these gates. Something that I've struggled with before, finding the colors for Hunter Sliver, Heart Sliver, and Winged Sliver. You know, like if we don't have Gemhide Sliver, it's very difficult to cast these. So yeah, the gates make that a lot easier. So that's another plus in that regard. I do think that the sideboard needs to be retuned, but other than that, I had a really fun time with it, and I would recommend it as something to try out. If you at home are a fan of slivers and you've been looking to, you know, continue to play the deck, give it a try. Manor Gate, Citadel Gate, and Basilisk Gate are all still rather cheap. If you don't already have 4 of given to you for free from WotC, thank you, then yeah, it should be pretty easy to put together. Yeah, so if any of you at home decide to try Slivergate, let me know in the comments how it goes.